Wait. No. This can't be right. Yes, I think this is correct. Is it correct? I don't know. Maybe correct.
Wait, are we in Paris? Little Paris?
No. We are not in Paris. But if you walk around the city, it is easy to see why. It is sometimes called Little Paris.
Wait. Are you sure we're not in Paris?
Yes, I am sure we are not in Paris, Iris. In fact, let me tell you where we are.
We're in Bucharest.
No, wait, seriously. Are you sure we're not in Paris?
I mean, I was pretty sure. Kevin from before, where are we again?
We're in Bucharest.
There is a lot in Bucharest that reminds one of Paris. A cab driver laughed at us when we said it was called Little Paris. He obviously disagrees with that assessment. This giant square with a parking lot right in the middle of it does not remind me of the left bank. But to my American eyes, it screams Europe. And is beautiful in its own way. Now that we have established we are in Bucharest, I think it is time we change the music. Much better.
So what do you know about this place?
It's built in 1724. There was some damage in 1900 from an earthquake. That's all I know. This is the Solitari Church, and apparently there's a sorcerer's arm in here with magic powers.
What does the arm do? Does it do anything special?
Oh, it lifts curses and spells.
So, no photography allowed in there. And we try to be nice and respectful, but Iris, was there an arm?
There was definitely an arm.
It's like the arm is in like a gold, his forearm is in like a gold, armor, and then there's definitely a shriveled black arm there. We saw this one woman come up and put her hands on it to pray to it. So yeah, there's definitely the preserved arm of a 3rd century, magician, magic, myth, what do they call him? Wizard. Sorcerer in there that will grant wishes apparently. People's House. So it depends who you ask, we're not sure. It's either the biggest office building in the world, or the second biggest. If it's the second biggest, the Pentagon's number 1. Apparently they use all the marble you can see in Romania to make it, so it's very big. It's the Parliament building, and it's the People's House, but now it houses an art museum apparently. So we're gonna go outside. Right across the street from it, of course, is this gigantic cathedral. Apparently brand new, built 5 years ago. People aren't very happy about it. So let's go see the People's House. By the way, in Romanian, house is casa. Because in fascinating fact, Romanian is a romantic language. So even though it has a Slavic tinge to it when you hear, there's a lot of words that sound very familiar because they're taken from romantic languages, Spanish or French, or from the Latin originally. Apparently it's the closest language. Sounds like Latin alive today. This was built during the communist era. Interesting city because you can see the buildings from pre-communist era, the ones that make it look like mini Paris, and then you can definitely see the Soviet influenced buildings all throughout the place. But this one's got a little both grandeur and a little Parisian atmosphere to it. We're in Bucharest to visit friends, but we've got a day or two to kind of explore our own. So of course we came to a museum. This is the National Village Museum. Apparently they take little like homes or parts of villages from around the country and bring them here to Bucharest. So let's go explore.
One thing to know about going to a museum with Iris is that she likes to read the informational signs. She likes to read all of them, word for word. I just had to make a montage of Iris reading every sign because I find it and her just so darn cute. The day we went there was an arts and crafts fair, complete with people in traditional costumes. It made the day just a little more exciting.
What was the story Bogdan told yesterday about Williamsburg? Colonial Williamsburg?
Oh, that when he went to Williamsburg, he saw a bunch of stuff that he grew up with in his grandparents' house, and he was like, oh, this is the stuff I used as a kid.
Honestly, we loved this museum. When our friend suggested it, I was a bit skeptical. But I would say it is a must-see in Bucharest.
Alright, so we've been walking through the village here. We keep smelling. It smells like waffle cones. We finally found the source of the smell, so we're gonna try some. We don't know what they are. They smell wonderful.
Kolache. It's like kolache. It's like the same thing that we had, like a different version of that thing that we got when we were in Houston. That they're like, oh, it's a Czech thing.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of sticky. Oh, it's really good. Sweet. A little bit sugary, but not too much.
We're here in Bucharest visiting friends, so focusing on that, not filming any videos. So we're here in Europe for over 5 weeks. Lots to film and lots of tourist stuff to do there, so she's still reading the sign. Now that I walked away, she's gonna read the whole thing.
I feel like this has tape around it because people tried to use it, like I'm 100% sure.
What is it?
Oh, it's an old Ferris wheel, and I'm fighting the inclination to do that, and I'm a rule follower, so I'm sure people try to use it. We also went to one of the world's most, supposedly at least, beautiful bookstores. I think I agree, it's pretty beautiful here. Yeah.
Red dot?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're in Bucharest.